Some of the most critical technology out there, stuff that impacts everything from the battlefield to your local bank ATM, it's often developed by companies you've probably never even heard of. Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of Pakistan's most important state-owned enterprises, a true tech powerhouse that quietly shapes national security and the daily lives of millions. So who are we talking about? It's the National Radio and Telecommunication Corporation, or NRTC for short. Now, it's really easy to just label it a defense company, but honestly, that's only half the story. What makes NRTC so fascinating is how deeply it's woven into the civilian world. And as we're about to see, that strategy is absolutely crucial to its success. So, to really get a handle on NRTC, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll nail down exactly who they are. Then we'll trace their journey from their founding right up to today. We're going to look at the incredible tech they're building, uncover the mission that drives them, and finally, see how their work is making an impact, not just in Pakistan, but on the global stage. All right, let's start with the fundamentals. Who owns NRTC? Who do they work for? And what exactly is their core business? Let's dive in. Okay, so at its heart, NRTC is a state-owned enterprise operating under the Ministry of Defense Production. And yeah, its main job is to equip Pakistan's military and police with cutting-edge gear. But, and this is a big but, it also serves a massive range of commercial clients. And that dual focus, that right there is the key to understanding their entire strategy. So NRTC has been around since 1966. That's a long time. How does a company with that kind of history manage to stay on the cutting edge of technology? Well, their journey is a really cool story of adaptation and constant innovation. Their history is dotted with these huge milestones. But what's really wild is the acceleration we've seen in just the last few years. I mean, look at this. In 2020, they launched these advanced electronic warfare labs and then totally pivot to produce life-saving ventilators. A year later, they absorbed the national telephone industry. And then in 2023, they sign a major partnership with Microsoft. This isn't just adapting. This is a radical acceleration into totally new and diverse fields. That history is super impressive, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to what they actually build. So, what kind of technology is coming out of their facilities right now? On the defense front, you're looking at the very backbone of modern security operations. We're talking everything from encrypted military radios to sophisticated electronic warfare systems that can jam enemy signals. They're also developing advanced anti-drone tech and even bomb disposal robots. These aren't just gadgets. They are absolutely critical tools for national security. But here's where their strategy gets really, really clever. They take all that high-level expertise from the defense world and apply it directly to civilian life. They're building the tech backbone for safe and smart cities with massive surveillance and management systems. They've supplied university students with 100,000 laptops. They provide critical tech to major banks and are even co-developing secure verification devices with the National Database Authority. It's an amazing diversification that brings military-grade innovation straight into the public sphere. So, with all this expansion and innovation, what's the philosophy that's actually driving it all? What's the why? Their vision is huge, right? To be a global leader, creating a secure and connected future. But it's their mission that gives us the practical roadmap. It's all about designing solutions while, at the same time, building up Pakistan's own indigenous capabilities. Basically, strengthening the country's tech base from the inside out through R&D and smart partnerships. And you can really see this mission reflected in what the leadership says. The chairman's message, for instance, grounds it all in their history. He talks about that 50-year trail of success, built on innovation, suggesting their past performance is really the foundation for where they're headed next. And then you have the managing director, whose message is all about looking forward. The key words here are R&D, innovation, and collaboration. The very engines that are going to fuel their growth. And of course, these are the core values that guide their day-to-day work. It's a mix of ethical standards like integrity with the strategic drivers like innovation and quality. It's a whole framework designed to build trust with both their military and commercial partners. Okay, so a mission and values are one thing, but what does success actually look like on paper? Let's check out a few key numbers that really tell the story of their impact. For starters, their commitment to quality and innovation has definitely not gone unnoticed. The corporation has racked up 82 different awards. That's a serious testament to their leadership in the field. And they know they can't innovate in a vacuum. Collaboration is a huge part of their mission, which is why they've built this powerful network of over 200 strategic partners, both at home and around the world. And the engine behind all this success? It's their people. A dedicated team of over 3,000 employees is driving this innovation, taking Pakistani technology from the drawing board to the world stage. So let's see how this all comes together. How does a national corporation like this balance its global ambitions with its local responsibilities? Well, NRTC is a regular at major international defense shows, from South Africa to London, putting their tech on the world stage. But at the same time, they maintain a powerful presence at exhibitions right at home. It's a really smart dual strategy that lets them compete globally while constantly strengthening their domestic base. And it really all comes back to a core philosophy that's built on 3 pillars: being a reliable partner in every project, delivering exceptionally high-quality technology, and maybe most importantly, building technological self-reliance for Pakistan. And that leaves us with a final, really crucial question. In a world where technology is blurring the lines between military and civilian life, the role of a hybrid innovator like NRTC becomes more critical than ever. So as they continue to grow, how will their work not only shape the future of Pakistan, but also the global tech landscape?